I'm very excited to have the chance to do a morning must-read, and mine is from the new media world. That's right, the place where all the smart op-eds are these days, Twitter. Marc Andreessen spent the weekend there. His tweet storm was derived entirely from quotes taken directly from Steven Johnson's 2012 book, Future Problem, an essay, We're Living the Dream, We Just Don't Realize It. Marc sent out 16 consecutive tweets. The general theme is, why are we focusing on bad news? Is it the fault of the media or the fault of people who just want to hear bad things? Here's a quick one I liked. His number 7. Many Americans are convinced half of marriages end in divorce. Not the case since the early 80s, since they've declined by almost a third. And there's one more I want to share. It's number 11. Curmudgeons, doomsayers, utopians, and declinists all have an easier time getting PR than those who celebrate slow and steady improvement. What do you make of it? I mean,
ever was it thus? I mean, Marc Andreessen may be living the dream. I was married this weekend, and I spent the entire weekend in and out of hospitals with 4 sick children. I did not feel, while he was tweeting up a storm, like the dream was mine. But I have to say that this is an eternal source of media criticism. Marc Andreessen is not the first person to have said this. And what we all know is that, of course, we can whip ourselves on the back in the media for spending too much time on Ebola and terrible things. But this is how you get people to pay attention. I don't know. It's like he's shocked that the media is covering bad stuff.
And it's unfair that he's blaming the media. I mean, the New York Post sells on great over-the-top headlines, not feel-good stories, unfortunately, about nonprofits starting.
Are we that
That's
media?
how it works.
This is what we need to be asking ourselves. Are we that media? Have we been focusing on bad stories? I don't have a good answer to that.
I think we, as an organization, try to figure out what is the smartest story. But the truth is, in order for an audience to care, you've got to have a hook. And that hook, though I wish it was, isn't always, gosh darn it, people are doing great stuff. And at the end of the day, we're all salesmen. We've got to sell something.
Amen. Preaching from my hymnal.
Well, I think that was a great pivot. You talk about criticize Marc Andreessen and say, well, we at Bloomberg are only doing the best stories.
I think he's right, and never was it thus. Give us one good story.
Well, there's lots of good stories. It's raining outside, and that it'll help the plants grow. I don't know. There's got to be good.
Jamie Metzl walks along with his umbrella slung over his shoulder, thinking happy thoughts about the flowers.
Here's a good story.
All right.
And we were talking about it before. Because I'm the Asia guy here, we'll start with Asia. For
Kim
months.
Jong-un and Hennessy?
No, that's not a good one, but we can get to that in a second. But for months, the story has been South China Sea, East China Sea. China looks to be taking a step towards more responsible behavior. That's a positive, and I've seen it in the media. Of course, smart stories on Bloomberg.